Okay guys, what's up? If you're watching this, you were probably watching my previous video when I was talking about um, Ashura, Colombia, the Statue of Liberty, and how that relates to Lucifer. I don't want to reiterate all of that because I want you to watch the video, obviously. This is going to be just a really quick video, raw and uncut, because I'm just going to post it on my blog. But basically, I showed you how Ashura, Isis, the goddess Isis, the Egyptian goddess Isis, Venus, they're all the same person, going by different names. And she goes by a more common name now, Columbia. And Columbia is the iconography that we have for the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is Columbia. Columbia is previously was the British Britannica, and Britannica was Astarte, Ashura, Isis. The list goes on and on. How many names she's gone by? But ultimately, she is Isis. She's the Egyptian goddess Isis. She is the goddess of love. She is the queen of heaven, the mother goddess. In the Bible, she was said to be the wife of Yahweh. And I keep saying it. I said these are not ethereal beings. These are beings that are probably just as human as you and me. Yahweh, he has his emotional outbursts because of her infidelity, which he describes her as Israel several times in the Bible, because she ends up taking over Israel. She takes over 10 tribes of Israel, more like 11. She basically takes his kingdom from him, and he's left with the tribe of Judah, which doesn't look good at all. So Yahweh lost all those tribes, and the Bible makes it look all great and everything, but technically he lost a majority of his kingdom to Ashura, and she took all of his tribes, and everybody started worshiping her. And you can see her symbolism throughout history. She is symbolized by the owl, and we see owl symbolism all through America. The Statue of Liberty, she's a light bearer, and I always say that the Statue of Liberty always looks pregnant, and so she's also the great heavenly mother. She bears the Son of God. So not only is she also the eternal virgin, but she's also the one who bears the Son of God, but which is a symbolism that the Catholics gave to Mary, but it's all talking about Ishtar. The holiday Easter is celebrated because of her. Easter is about Ishtar. Her symbolism is the bunny, and you see that on that video, Katy Perry video, Dark Horse, where in the background there are little bunnies dancing and stuff, and she's saying, "Make me your Aphrodite," but she's dressed in Egyptian wear, so she's giving homage to Isis, but she's saying, "Make me your Aphrodite." So it's all, everything, pop culture speaks to it. And then we have Columbia pictures. I showed the symbolism of that in my video. But my whole thing was, how did she get into power? Why is it that God won't just destroy the devil if she's supposed to be the devil? Even in the movie Matrix, if you remember the movie Matrix, you have the architect. And then you have his counterpart, which is what was she called? The Oracle. And it's this black old woman who basically caused trouble for the architect, and the architect can't stand her ass. But he can't really destroy her because she's very smart, she's very intelligent, and she knows people, and she does stuff just to fuck with the architect. And basically, that's what's happening. It's you have Isis against the god of this world, and it's not El. I'll discuss that later. The god of this world, it's Venus versus Mars. It's always been Venus versus Mars, and the god that represents the planet Mars is the Babylonian god of Marduk, and that's who she cheated on El with. She ended up moving on to a greater empire in Babylon, where she was worshipped in Babylon, and the patron god in Babylon is Marduk, who ended up being represented by Zeus in the Greek culture and Jupiter in Roman culture. So it's pretty interesting. But his original planet was the planet Mars. Then he ended up basically taking over. He was in Egypt as the sun god Ra. So she is all about power. So she's always going to be with the one who has the most power. So be that Amun-Ra was basically running stuff, she decided she was going to marry him. So anyways, where did she get her power from? Marduk had a father named Enki. Enki is in Sumerian mythology. He is known as the creator god, the scientist. Not the head god, not like El, not like El Elyon. He is the one who was hired, basically. He's the older brother, but he was hired by his brother to create the world and manufacture mankind and genetically put everything together. He is equivalent to Poseidon, Neptune, and if you look at all the iconography of Poseidon and Neptune, you will see one common thing is that they always have the trident in their hand, and that's the source of their power. Without the trident, Poseidon is pretty much powerless. This is how he controls the oceans. He controls the elements in the oceans. Now, I have pictures of Asherah. Oh, I have pictures of Britannica. Where she's holding the trident, and I can't edit that into the video because this is uncut, but I have pictures of Britannica, and I'll put them in a blog post. But Britannica in England, she's holding the trident. Why is she holding the trident? Because she stole it. She stole the power of creativity, and she has the power of life. That is why the Statue of Liberty has a torch in her hand. It is the how do you say, Prometheus, when Prometheus stole the fire from the gods and gave it to mankind. She is the Prometheus of the gods, basically. That story is about her. It's about how she stole the creative essence of civilization and she gave it to mankind. And it's everything that people need to know to be civilized. Before that, we weren't. And all of a sudden, we went from the cave days into pyramids and creating all types of stone structures that we don't even know how to recreate today. So if you see, you will find pictures of Columbia, you will find pictures of Britannica, who is Asherah and Isis, holding the trident. There is a story in Sumerian mythology about Inanna stealing the essence of creativity from Enki. And they called it the Emis or the Emis, and I'll post a link about that. But it's very interesting, and this is how she became so powerful. Usually the trident is a symbol of power, but usually the trident is correlated with the devil. It's a three pitch kind of staff, so it looks like a pitchfork. So every time you see a symbol of the devil, you see the pitchfork. You know, you see her. Well, you don't see her. You see the devil with the pitchfork, and the pitchfork is actually the symbol of power, of life and death. So maybe is that she married Marduk and ended up losing it, or he became empowered with it because of her. But I don't know what's going on right now but I'm just going by symbolism. But I do see a lot of people curious, and so I just decided I was going to make a video of it. So I'm at 10 minutes now. I could talk on forever on this subject, and I'm going to post this to my blog, and I'm going to unlist it because it's pretty rough. Anyways, you can post me a comment on my blog or here if you see it on the video itself, or just send me a note if you have any questions. Send questions. I'm at MontreBible.com. So I'll see you guys later. Remember, if you don't do it, then who will? Peace out.